Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the iFlight Nazgul 5061, and just taking a quick look at this guy. You can see it's quite interesting. So as far as I can tell, this is iFlight's first try in the propeller market, and you can see they definitely have taken to it quite boldly here with this prop. You can see it has a scoop, very wide out in the blades, sort of like the Azure props. It's very far out there. It has a wingtip. You can see it almost looks like it's bent, but that's how they come, upwards there. And it also has sort of a dihedral to the entire prop. It's easier to see on a motor. If we look at it, you can see, hopefully, it sort of sits up above where a normal prop would. And that might actually matter if your frame is top-mounted battery. Say your battery sits right here, and your prop is just below it. Now it could be raised up, so it might be easier to slice your battery that way. So that's just something to keep in mind. So I bought these from iFlight. I got the yellow and the purple. I'm not sure if there is other colors, but it's kind of like a weird polycarbonate material. It's something different. It's not like normal dowel props. It's medium stiffness, I would say. You can see it's pretty bendable, but if we do bend it, you can see it gets white cracks. Like, look at that. Hopefully you can see that white mark there. It just keeps bending, and it bends to white really easily, so I'm not really confident in the durability of these props here. And a few bends just like that, and it snaps right off. Let's just get a quick weight on this prop. Weighs 4.46 grams, so it's actually not that heavy of a prop. However, just looking at the overall weight of a prop isn't that important. You kind of want to see where the weight is positioned. Because it has the large scoop further out from the hub, a lot of the weight is out farther, which means it's going to carry more inertia. So it really is definitely a heavy high-load prop, even though it doesn't weigh that much. And hopefully you can also see it sort of has a little bit of back swept edge to it. Sort of comes backwards just a tiny bit. I'm pretty sure if I'm looking at it right there. But that was just a real quick overview of the prop. So let's do a line of sight and FPV flight, and then we'll come back and finish up. Alright, here we have the iFlight Nazgul for the line of sight test. Just real quick, running over the quad and the specs on it. Obviously it's my Mode 2 Ghost frame. The Brother Hobby Returner R3. 2207 2550 kV motors. We have a Hyperlite F4 flight controller, SpeedX IS30 AMP 4.1 ESC, Foxeer Micro Aero, TBS Unify Race, Emax Pagoda, and a Tattoo R-Line 1395C underneath there.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Let's get this guy set up. Should be good to go. So right off the bat, hopefully you can hear it. You can just hear the vibration. It just doesn't sound smooth at all. These are very badly balanced propellers, in my opinion. And you won't be able to see it, but I can see them vibrating at the ends of the tips there. They do look pretty cool though, with the upswept design, the dihedral. You can see that. They perform pretty well in the low end. They've got some decent bottom end to them. Obviously this is a light quad. It's 280 gram 2207 quad, so I would expect them to be nothing less than this. But let's do a top speed run here. You see, they're actually pretty fast. I'd say they're probably similar to a Cyclone V2 level. They're definitely faster than a 5040 tri-blade, but I feel like they for sure are slower than the Flash 5152 tri-blade that I use for my top speed propeller. They have a decent sound to them, kind of low pitch. They're not that loud. Alright, that was 2 minutes, that'll be good enough since these guys are pretty inefficient, which I'll get to more later at the end of this video. Don't want to hurt this battery too much. So now let's do some FPV. I'll stick a GoPro on. It'll be the exact same setup, except I'll be running obviously the GoPro and a 1500 R-Line. So let's get to that. Alright, here we are for the FPV flight of the iFlight Nazgul 5061. So flying around just in this straight line here, I can tell there's just so much vibration. I can see my FPV camera just shaking, and I'm sure you'll be able to see it in the GoPro. Throttle punch isn't bad. I have this weighted up with obviously the GoPro and a 1550, so it's a little bit heavier, but it's handling overall pretty nice.
1 minute.
Got very good control. Similar, I'd say almost similar feel to what the Emax Avan gives you. Very locked, grippy feeling. But yeah, there. The top end really kind of struggles there.
30 seconds.
Let's do full speed back here. Whoa.
20 seconds.
Oh my goodness. That's shaking terribly. The vibrations, these props are just so unbalanced. And no, I've never crashed this set, and I've tried 3 different sets.
7,
6, Why am I getting like
5,
disconnected?
4,
It seems like I'm almost having
3,
fail states.
2, 1, 0.
Something's going on with my receiver. So I'm gonna land. Alright, so we're back after the flight testing there, and I've honestly had these props for almost a month now because they're just really so bad. I didn't want to fly them to make this video. That's how much I didn't like flying these guys. Actual in-flight feel was actually pretty sharp and responsive. They had a decent speed to them and good low-end control. However, the top end, they just pull a crazy amount of amps. And also, by far the biggest problem with these, I'm not sure what's going on, if their mold is slightly off or it's the material they've used. I'm pretty sure it's the material they used because I've never seen it before, and this is the first problem. The first prop I've had that has this specific problem is it just vibrates like crazy. You can see on the top end punch out I did, it was just shaking like crazy. And it's not, that wasn't PIDs there, that was definitely the props vibrating, and everything gets hot. My motors get a lot hotter. They pull a crazy ton of amps. I don't have a current meter, so I can't tell you exactly how much, but definitely I'm getting way shorter flight times. My ESCs themselves are getting hot. I've never had that before. I can feel them on the pads here getting hot, pulling more current. And other people who have these props with a current sensor in their quad have reported that they are very high amp draw. Also, the durability on these kind of sucks as well. This one I broke on a very light grass hit. You can see it can just really, they just bend right away and make a huge white crease and just really quickly deteriorate. This, and of course now it's not breaking. There we go. It's just really a really bad compound. And if we take a look at the props on this quad here, this quad has never been crashed. These props are 100% brand new. They've been flown a few times, never crashed, and look, hopefully you can see that there's white stress marks on the props that have never been crashed. Like, the upwards flexing just of the prop, since it's so weak, is enough to make that stress mark there, which is probably why they're vibrating so bad. They're just too weak, and the blend is just really bad. So honestly, I don't think it's that terrible of a prop. I think they just need to move the scoop in more, tone the pitch down, and definitely by far change their material that they're working with for the mold here. And it could be an okay prop. It's definitely really advanced looking at it. It employs a lot of new features, but the execution of this guy is just terrible. Honestly, would not recommend this at all. But there will be a link down below if you are interested to check it out. I believe they're a few bucks a set. I bought just a few to test, but I have to say I was definitely disappointed in them considering how cool they look. They just look fantastic with the dihedral and everything. They just look really nice, but unfortunately they do not perform well. So that's the end of the video. Please subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you in the next one.